President Trump is calling Iran bullies, saying Iranian leaders called him last night, but that it's too late to talk. Trump says he encouraged Netanyahu to keep going with its campaign against Iran, but he declined to say if he's made a decision on whether the U.S. military will intervene. It comes as Iran's supreme leaders rejecting calls to surrender and warning that any U.S. intervention will be met with a forceful response and irreparable damage. I want to bring in ABC News senior White House correspondent Selena Wang and ABC News foreign correspondent Marcus Moore in Tel Aviv for more. So, Selena, what do you make of the president's remarks here on the latest in the conflict with Iran? And I also just want to clarify, is he saying it was too late to talk to them at that time when he's saying Iranian leaders called, or is he saying it's too late to talk, period?
Well, the president was also asked if diplomacy is still possible, if it's still possible to reach a deal, and the president said it's never too late. But the critical question was when the president was asked just moments ago whether or not the U.S. was going to use military assets to strike Iranian nuclear facilities. The president did not rule it out, saying that he may or may not do this. This is as the president is weighing one of the most consequential decisions of his presidency. We don't know what he's going to do yet, but sources do tell us that the president is considering a range of options, including that military intervention, as he's facing pressure from both Israel and Iran to intervene, but in very different ways. We know the president's been in touch and speaking with Israel's Prime Minister Netanyahu, who wants the U.S. to use its military assets to help end Iran's nuclear program. It's only the U.S. that has those 30,000-pound bunker-busting bombs that can reach deep into those Iranian nuclear facilities. But then on the other hand, Iran wants the U.S. to get involved so that they can reach a ceasefire, they can come back to the negotiating table. Now, the president had been holding out hope that a nuclear deal can still be reached with Iran, but he has now been signaling that his patience is wearing thin. But Diane, we are hearing from U.S. officials that these next 24 to 48 hours are going to be enormously consequential when it comes to whether or not a diplomatic solution to all of this is still possible.